I have no words for what I just saw. I have no words for what I just saw. Welcome to an instant reaction of the Don't Argue with the Facts podcast. I'm your host, Noah Love. Spurs Thunder Game 1, Western Conference Finals reaction. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more raw reactions like this. What just happened? The Spurs won game 1. I picked the Thunder. To win by like 5, 10 points, and then when Fox was out, I was like, okay. But I do think that I should have said this in the video, but I thought the Spurs. I told people around the Spurs. I thought the Spurs would win the series. I thought they probably split in OKC, wherever the case may be. This guy's unbelievable. This Victor Wembanyama is unbelievable. The Spurs win a double overtime classic in what is one of the best game ones I've probably ever witnessed. The 2018 finals is up there. Pacers Knicks last year is up there. That was a treat to watch. Can I get set if I get 6 or 7 games of this? I'm a happy man. This game was incredible. Where do you even start? Do you start with the like early in the game where the Thunder just think putting Lou Dort, they tried putting little guys on Victor Wembanyama. I don't know why people thought that would work. This guy's an alien. He's not human. I, there are some performances in sports where you just go, I can't believe what I saw. I can't believe that happened. This is one of them. Look, man, for a for a performance like that, for a performance like that, 41, 24, and 6 blocks, only hit 1 3. And the 1 3 he hit, they were down 3 in overtime. He takes one from the logo like he's Steph Curry and buries it. There's so many things to get into about this game. Fox being out and Dylan Harper playing well. Castle, 11 turnovers, having to work on that. How the Spurs bench. Now I know Harper being inserted to starting lineup takes away from the bench a little bit. Devin Vassell, who everybody's going to be talking about Victor Wembanyama. I thought he was one of the MVPs of the game. He hit some timely shots and he was very good defensively. He had a big block on Chet late in the game. We could talk about how Isaiah Hardenstein only played 12 minutes and how this really isn't a series for him because Mitch Johnson is going to put Wimby on Hardenstein every time he's going to be able to roam. I don't. We can. It just. It's an unbelievable performance. The Thunder there. Look, the Spurs take game 1, but the Thunder there. I could talk about SGA. We'll talk about SGA because his performance was not up to par of the MVP, right? And the Spurs had a lot to do with that. The one thing the Spurs have is they have guys that can defend them. So there was a couple times that they start off with Castle. Then when Carter Bryant came into the game, he guarded him. Did a pretty good job there. They were doubling. I know Vassell a couple of times had the assignment. Dylan had it too. They were just doing different guys. They were doubling. They were just like 4 black jerseys or like, look, it was so they just said, look, anybody else is gonna beat us. And Alex Caruso, and look, Alex Caruso had 31 points, 8 threes. Alex Caruso was phenomenal. You got like, and Shea obviously could have been more efficient, played better, but you're I think from a standpoint, they played probably as good of a game as they have all playoffs. OKC, I really do think they did, and they lost because that alien on the other side isn't human. The Spurs didn't even have De'Aaron Fox. And to me, I'm gonna just point out the problem with OKC here in terms of their scoring. 2 points for Hardenstein, 8 points for Chet, 5 points for Dort. Chet Holmgren's gonna have to guard Wimby. I don't care what you talk about. Chet Holmgren is going to have to take that assignment, and he is going to have to guard Wimby. Straight up, like, that's what's going to have to happen. You cannot go all series in having Dort, Caruso, Case. That's not going to work. Because if you do that, he's going to average 40 and 20 for the series, and you're probably going to lose the series. So Chet's going to have to take that assignment. Obviously, this is not a series. This is not a series for Isaiah Hardenstein. I thought J Dub in his performance looked 26 points. He took 25 shots. You'll live with that efficiency if you're the Spurs. But I thought he was pretty good. He got back into the field of things for what it was. Again, Caruso was incredible. The one guy that I felt like that they needed to get going with didn't was AJ Mitchell. He had 4 points and only took 5 shots. He's a guy that had been the second leading scorer for OKC. If they're going to want to win this series, he's going to have to be another guy that comes up clutch. Because Caruso's not going to give you 31 and 8 threes consistently in this series. He's probably not going to have another game like this in this series. I doubt it, right? So he's going to have to give you something. But I thought they did a good job. Like, the starters, like, okay, Dort giving you 5, not great. But Chet, 41 minutes, 8 and 8. That's not going to work. That will not work. Guarding Victor Wembanyama that's not going to work on any day of the week. Truthfully, that's not going to work. I thought, obviously, also the Spurs had 6 guys in double figures. I think Champagny hit a big three to put them up to, again, Vassell for me. People can talk about Dylan Harper and Castle and Luke Wimby, and rightfully so. Vassell for me, I thought he had some timely buckets in his defense, I thought, down the stretch. And for a majority of the game was really good. But this is like one of the youngest teams in the league. Again, Harper, 24, 11, and 6. Not great efficiency, but he was aggressive and he made plays consistently. I mean, Wembanyama, what play do you want me to go over? Where he's getting put back and he's dunking the ball with one hand. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. Victor Wembanyama at 22 years old just took over a Western Conference Finals game 1. This is going to be an all-time series. I'm just calling it now. Game 1 was incredible. That game, you're not going to see many. The East Finals ain't living up to this, but I'm just telling you that right now. That was amazing. And again, I think the Thunder played about as well as you could ask them to play, considering almost 2 weeks off, or almost, I don't want to say 2 weeks, but pretty much a week off, almost a week and a half off. I think they played as well as you could have considered them playing, and they still lost. I mean, Caruso had 30. I mean, Shea, he didn't completely die. I mean, he did make some clutch shots. J Dub, I think in terms of a performance coming off of the hammy, you couldn't have asked for anything more. And you still lost. That's just it's a it's a brutal one. And look, there for a minute, you thought OKC was gonna survive this, and then Wemby just pulls up from 40 like he's Steph Curry and drills it on a night where Shea Gilgis Alexander was awarded the MVP trophy before the game. On that night, on this night, it belongs to Victor Wembanyama. This is literally what? May 24th, 1995. Hakeem Olajuwon. So we're almost 31 years to the day there. Hakeem watched David Robinson win the MVP. Hakeem dropped 41-16, 4-3, and 2 in a win. Wembanyama tonight goes 41-24, 3-1, and 3. You can't. I don't know how you. you that's one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. I've seen LeBron in 2018 have like 48-point triple doubles. I've seen him have 51 in a game one. I've seen obviously LeBron go 25 straight in 2007. I think it's what it was. Like, I've seen Steph Curry just go absolutely insane and just take over games on a snap of a finger. As in NBA Finals games, I've seen Giannis go for 50 in Game 6 of a closeout game to win a championship. Anything that I've seen Luka go crazy in terms of playoffs, that right there, that tonight is up there with one of the greatest playoff performances, not just of the 2020s. Now, in terms of 2020s, it's probably the best. Not just of the 2020s, the 2010s. That's one of the best, maybe ever I've seen. Like, to dominate the way he did. He had 6 blocks, but he affected way more shots than he actually blocked. There was one time where Shea is in there, and Shea's like has to take a shot, and Wemby's there, and Shea obviously bricks the shot, and Wemby grabs the rebound, and Wemby's talking, and then he starts laughing at Shea, just laughing. The team, what even more can you say? What you saw tonight was greatness. And look, OKC is a heck of a basketball team. That team that you saw out there tonight won 64 games, and they play like they won 64 games, in my opinion. I know early they played like they won 64 games. That other team won 62 games, and their second best player didn't play, and they won that game. And what's so scary is they're young. This team's young. Harper, Wimpy, this is a majority of these guys' first playoff run, and they're playing like they're veterans that been here before. That's genuinely an unbelievable performance. What I saw tonight. And sometimes in sports, you just have to sit back and go, wow. I hope this going 7. Boy, I mean, look, game two's going to determine a lot. Obviously, if the Thunder win that, which I think they should bounce back and win that, It'll be a 1-1 series, and then it's kind of tied going to San Antonio going on, and anything's up in the air. It's all up in the air. But if the Spurs win game two, you could be looking at a sweep. Now, I don't think the Thunder are getting swept. I mean, if the Spurs sweep this team, just you might as well just almost hand them the trophy, because in the East, good luck Knicks and Cavs. But that was just such a high level basketball game, and that series, I said it today on the podcast. It was one of the most anticipated series probably since the 2018 Western Conference Finals between Warriors Rockets, and it's lived up to and the game one lived up to the hype. And if you're the Thunder, there's obviously going to be some adjustment. You have to make some adjustments. Going to have to get a Jai Mitchell more shots. Going to have to obviously get Shea. He's going to have to more space to work. Maybe work him more off ball. Chet's going to have to guard Wimby. Yeah, they're gonna make Dagnall and them. They'll make some adjustments, but does Fox play game two now that they won, or does he sit out and try to see if he can play game three? I don't. They said they want to give him extra time to rest. I don't know. All I know is Shea might not even be the best player in this series. I know he won't, and maybe that's overreaction. I don't care really. Guy won MVP, sure. Wimby's insane, man. There's not much more to say about this performance. I he's incredible. This has been an instant reaction to the Spurs winning game one of the West Finals. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until the next time, see ya.